So one person I would say that's a good example of that is Milton Jones. He deliberately does that weird, stupid hairstyle like a mad scientist, like
Yeah.
he's an experiment gone wrong. And then I remember seeing him on live at the Apollo. I'm chatting. I bumped into him once on the tube, and I
Hmm.
said hello to him, and I made him uncomfortable. But I chatted to him. He was nice and polite. But then when I saw him at the Comedy Cafe closing, he avoided me. But it's fun. I made him awkward. But he, I love his bit where he says, "Somewhere between murder and suicide is a place called Merseyside." Like, that I don't know. It just if you gave that joke to anyone else, I'm not sure it'd be the same. But the fuzzy hair, the slow pace, the delivery of
Yeah.
Merseyside, it just sounds like someone's. Well, it doesn't look like it's someone's taking drugs, but it sounds like someone who's been in a lab experiment and just come up with a thought out of nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, Milton is a fantastic example, along with someone like Gary Delaney, for instance. Um, these guys, they just write joke. They know who they are on stage, and it's not so much a performance. It's the jokes. I mean, for Milton, Milton is a craftsman, really. So he builds lovely jokes, but you know, every one you say. I mean, no, I've not heard that Merseyside joke. That's a typical, fantastic Milton type joke. But for everyone that you know and everyone that you see him perform, he's rejected probably 10 or 15. So we in the 80s we set up my kind of gang of stand-ups. We set up a thing called New Material Nights. We would have these kind of fortnightly things where we try out new material. It's become quite a kind of popular thing now with comedians, but at the time it was just we were just trying to find new ways to do things. But I've seen Milton a few times at New Material Nights, and he's standing there. He's got 30 cards in his hand, and he reads one, and he reads the joke, and he kind of gauges the audience, and that goes in the pile there. He does the next joke. Oh, I read that wrong. I'll have to try that next week. Blah blah blah. And then he's got a next one, and he'll probably, from those 30 jokes, 5 minutes of material, he'll maybe use 4 or 5 of them ultimately. So he'll reject loads of them. So he works, he just spends his life crafting perfect little jokes, and that's the kind of key for people like him. They have a really strong work ethic, and that's the way to be a great writer. Is you have to write loads and loads and loads and loads, because most of what we write isn't quite good enough. Half of what we write is okay. Then 3/4 of the rest of it is quite good, and then there's like 5% of what you write is good enough, is really good, that it's at another level. And so that's why people like Milton succeed, because they chuck away the 95% that lesser comedians would use.
Yeah, it's also remind me a bit of, I keep saying this in the podcast, but I talk about jiu-jitsu a lot. And the thing that I like about jiu-jitsu is that it teaches you to lose a lot to get the reward. And I feel
Yeah.
that sometimes with joke writing, it's the same. I'm not that good a joke writer, but I've seen the same process with other comics where they've done that. It's like be prepared to lose a lot before you find the golden nugget, I suppose.